And it just happened again. We had another MP, a Conservative MP, cross the floor to Matt Jonaru. It seems to be a pattern now. Why do you think this keeps happening?
I just feel like, is it these people doing something under the table? Because I know Mark probably like he was planning to resign and all of a sudden he crossed floor.
The Liberal Party can smell. They're like sharks. They smell blood. They got one, then they got Michael Ma, and they're not going to stop until they get another one so they can have their idea to have the majority.
I don't think you should be able to take a majority without actually getting it from the people, right?
Scarlett Grace with Rebel News. We are here outside of the Hilton Hotel where the Hong Kong Canadian Business Association is holding a Chinese New Year party for around 400 business leaders in the community. One of the people on the guest list, or at least supposedly on the seating plan, is Michael Ma. It is actually just across from his old constituency office where voters in the Markham Unionville region have been protesting consistently for months after his floor crossing from the Conservative Party to the Liberal Party. Tonight we had constituents out in the cold and the rain with their signs trying to confront Michael Ma as they believe he's going to be attending tonight. Unfortunately, security did tell them that they had to leave the premises.
We already notified the police.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're over here ASAP.
Okay.
And they are across the street, but they're still trying to make their message heard. We have a banner, we have signs, and several protesters who are determined to have their message heard. So unfortunately, they will not be able to confront Michael Ma like they've been trying to do for months, but we're going to give them a bit of a voice right now. Hi. So you came in hopes to try and confront Michael Ma tonight, right?
Yes, we are the Unionville residents, and then we are the voter. We don't know who Michael Ma was, and then we just support the mandate of the Conservative. And then Michael Ma didn't do anything to us, and then now he's crossing for betraying us.
You noticed that you were asking someone about has he spoken with us? Because he did say he spoke with us and he went door knocking.
It wasn't until I had the opportunity to confirm my understanding of Prime Minister Carney's approach and his vision for Canada. Of course, up to that point, I have reflected on a lot of the comments, as I said, from the people I have talked to in Markham, Unionville, and Canadians at large.
Yeah.
There's 27,000 of us who voted. Our vote was strictly Conservative vote. We did not vote for Michael Ma. Michael Ma was the name beside the Conservative ticket, and we only chose him because he was Conservative.
If a guy betrays 27,000 voters, you know, you wouldn't want to trust them in business, right? You wouldn't want to trust them in anything.
We just want people to know Unionville riding hasn't forgot about Michael Ma's cross floor and then the betrayal.
Earlier in the day, Grace had been setting up protest signs along the street when a couple went by her and took her signs. When she confronted them, they essentially assaulted her. They started shoving her. All of this was captured on camera.
Hey, put it down. You don't have rights to take my property. Put it down. Excuse me. You're taking my stuff. You don't have rights to take us.
It's ours. Hey, don't get out.
Hey, what the hell? Push me.
Don't push
What
her.
the hell? You push me.
Don't push her. I will call police. Don't push her. It's our side. Don't push her. 注意小心小心
What's the matter with you? He's taking my signs.
You were the one who pushed up.
He's taking my signs.
Ripped it out of her hands.
You
You don't have
I
rights.
just touch my sign.
No, don't give me that.
You don't have rights to take my signs. You don't have rights to take my property. This is my assets.
It's on
This
public
is
property.
my assets.
It's not your property.
This is my assets. A public area. I have rights to hand the signs.
Stay here.
What is it? They took your sign?
Shame on Liberals. Shame on you. Still majority. Shame on you.
So we need to voice up and let people know that this is not our will. This is not what we support. We support the mandate of the Conservative, not the Michael Ma.
To turn around right now and take our voices and give them with absolute disregard and without consent and give them to the Liberal Party that really hurts because we did not vote Liberal.
While people are going in, they should know Michael Ma. He's a traitor. He betrayed 27,000 voters.
Canadians are all betrayed by these three cross-floors. I mean, if Liberal achieve majority by this way, I'm speechless.
So when you voted, you didn't vote for the individual, you voted for the party.
Absolutely. Yes.
So he and his wife decided that 27,000 votes are not worth anything, that they can decide what to do with 27,000 people who voted Conservative, and that's the ticket that we want. That's who we want representing us. This is what we stand for. We are not Liberals. We will never be. My values are not Liberal values. I'm very conservative, and I like what the Conservatives are going to do. What the vision for Canada under the Liberal Party is very offensive to me, actually. It hurts. I'm very worried.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank all the volunteers and voters that have placed me in their trust to represent Markham, Unionville.
We got to keep fighting for justice, you know what I mean? We got to fight for our country. So.
We need to stand up to say no, voice up to say no to this type of behavior.
We have never seen him in this community. I have been living here for almost 20 years. I never seen Michael Ma. He didn't get any service to us. We went to his office multiple times, and then we tried to speak to him. He never been there. And I don't understand, like, if the people paying for him and he never get into the office, how does that make sense to me?
For the first time in 50 years I've been a Canadian, I'm really stressed about the vision of Canada, the way Canada is going, and we need a change. So we're not going to give up. Michael Ma had no right. It's not legitimate. Any democracy without consent is illegitimate democracy, and him taking our votes like that without asking us and lying about it, I'd like it to be on the record. Michael Ma lied. Michael Ma cheated. Michael Ma is a tool.
I did volunteer for him.
Oh, wow.
So I drove up for him and I volunteered for him, knocking doors, doing pamphlets, whatever, delivering signs, whatever I could do. Because I thought, especially after the Paul Chang fiasco, if you guys remember that. Joe Tay was originally supposed to be the candidate in that area, and Paul Chang was the Liberal candidate there. And then he basically said, if you guys kidnap Joe Tay and take him to the Chinese consulate, you'll get a reward.
He was a media person, so that's all he did all his life. But also right now, he is wanted by the Chinese government, and there's a $1 million reward on his head. So if you guys want to pick him up and take him to the Chinese consulate, you make him $1 million. I'm just joking, but there is a arrest warrant out for him from the government of China, and there is a reward for him.
So after that, I said, hey, we got to win this riding. We got to make this riding conservative. But the guy ended up being a traitor anyway, so I regretted my decision.
You mentioned that you got to speak to Pierre Poilievre earlier today. What did you tell him?
I told him as a Unionville Markham riding, we have 65% Chinese people, and we also have a variety coming from Chinese area and background. But talking about anti-Michael Ma, we're all united. We're all united in Markham Unionville because Michael Ma doesn't represent anything good, doesn't have the merits like heritage from Chinese culture. And we don't want this guy represent our riding.
One of the reasons he gave in an interview with CP24 was that he discussed this with his constituents of Markham Unionville. Do you believe that he actually discussed this change?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We never say, all the friends that I know, we support Conservative, and we never say that we support him to move cross-floor to another party. This is not our value. This is not the community of Unionville.
I don't know what they bribed him with, what they promised him they're going to do for him, but something was done behind closed door, and he jumped ship, and he went with what we perceive are the opposition of our vision, what we voted for. So we're not going to give up.
I don't think you should be able to take a majority without actually getting it from the people, right? You should get it in election. I don't know why they're trying to steal MPs and try to make it a majority that way.
I mean, if Michael Ma ever has the guts to face us, just do a by-election, right?
And it just happened again. We had another MP, a conservative MP, cross the floor.
Unbelievable.
Matt Jonaru. It seems to be a pattern now. Why do you think this keeps happening?
I just feel like, is it these people doing something under the table? Because I know Mark probably like he was planning to resign and all of a sudden he crossed floor. Like, I don't know, it's very suspicious. Like, and is it something that Trey behind the table so that he can do such things for his own benefits?
The Liberal Party can smell. They're like sharks. They smell blood. They got one, then they got Michael Ma, and they're not going to stop until they get another one so they can have their idea to have the majority. So, no, I was not at all shocked that that was going to happen. It was just a matter of time for me. I knew they're not going to give up. They're going to continue. And they will continue to do that because the Liberal Party have no shame. The Liberal Party are just absolute horrible human beings. They have no regard for anything except being in power and doing what the Liberal Party want to do. They have no regard for us, Canadian.
He's a coward too. I mean, the guy says, I want to go, I got to focus on my family and stuff, right? At first, he said he's going to resign. And then a couple months later, he's like, oh, I'm joining the Liberals. What the hell's going on there? Why didn't you just join right away?
And quite honestly, it was the speech in Davos where you took everything head on. And I think for me, that's where a lot of the world changed. I think it opened a lot of eyes for Canadians, Albertans, Edmontonians.
That riding is way more conservative. He won by way more than Michael Ma won in this riding, I believe. So I think the Liberals are just poaching MPs. They're trying to basically steal a majority. And we got to keep fighting, whatever we can do, right? I mean, we can't just let them walk all over us.
They don't represent me. They don't represent any of us. And we don't stand for them. We don't support them. I just hope they don't cheat at the next election coming because I feel that we were cheated.
Absolutely.
We've got people out here in the freezing and the rain and the cold. You're that determined to confront Michael Ma, and it's been months now, so I assume you guys are going to keep going. You're going to keep trying, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're trying our best. It's really hard because it's in the winter, but we are trying.
But if Michael Ma is coming and is coming through this road, we want him to know we're not giving up the fight. We're not happy with what he did. This is not democracy in Canada. And if that is the way Liberals want to play it, that is such a shame. And the rest of Canada needs to wake up because the Liberal Party is not there for us. They're there for power. They're there for what they want to do and the direction they want to go, whether we like it or not. And that really hurts.
If you believe that Michael Ma should be held accountable for betraying his constituents, please head to firema.ca and sign the petition.